G'day. Today we're going to have a look at this Toyota Hilux key here. I've just changed the battery to CR 2016, and if you leave the battery out too long, it forgets how to lock and unlock the doors. Now this master key still knows how to do it, but this auxiliary key does not. So I'm going to show you how to code the key so you can lock and unlock the doors after changing the battery, and also code the transponder to start the engine if it's a new key that you've just bought and had cut. Much cheaper than buying from Toyota. I got this one from eBay. You just don't get the Toyota symbol. Now this is a revision of a video I did, my very first video back in 2017. I'll show you how to do it nice and slow, step by step, and we'll cover everything. Okay, firstly we need to make sure that the car registers the door as opening. The driver's door only is the one that matters. We also need to make sure that it registers the key. They can wear and become loose in the barrel. There's a bit of a lock in the back that'll recognize the key. It's all right if yours is loose and does this, you just may need to put a bit of weight on the key between opening and closing the door, but that's okay, we will sort that out. I'll show you on my key how we do that. To start this easily, we're going to have all the doors closed and we've got the key here. Now we're going to put the key in and out of the ignition, making sure it registers it because it can be loose 4 times. Leave the key in the ignition and open and close the door 6 times, and then we're going to remove the key from the ignition. We're going to put the new key that we want to code for the engine starting transponder into the ignition and leave it for 60 seconds. Now there is a light here flashing, says security. You may not be able to see it now, but it's flashing red saying that the car is secure. Once you have done this process, the light will go solid red saying ready to accept a new key. Put it in and leave it in for 60 seconds and it should be able to start the engine. So let's start that process. We've got the master key here, the one we know works and starts the engine. I'm going to put it in and out of the ignition 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to leave it in the ignition. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Shut the door. We pull the key out and we get the new one, and we leave the new key in the ignition. Give it 60 seconds and our security should stop flashing. Okay, for this procedure, we're going to start with the door open, in and out of the ignition twice with the master key, shut and open the door twice, in and out of the ignition with the master key, shut and open the door 2 more times, in the ignition with the key, shut the door, ignition to on, ignition off, remove the key and the lock should cycle. Hold these 2 buttons for 1.5 seconds, then hold that button for 1 second. The door locks have cycled and the key has been accepted. Okay, well that's about it. So once you've held down that lock button for 2 seconds, if the door locks cycle, the key's been accepted and should work. So here we've got our aftermarket key and it works, and we've got our main key. It also works, both work in the ignition, so I'm happy. I've got 2 keys now and I could probably go a 3rd if I really wanted to. Just remember about the loose key in the barrel. Just need to put a bit of weight on it when you're doing the procedure. And when you're doing the procedure, just take your time. Nice concise movements. Hold the key in the barrel for a second or so. You've got about 40 seconds to do each procedure, and it's pretty easy to get within that sort of time limit. The only times I've ever failed doing the opening and the closing of the door is when I rush it. So nice and easy. Make sure the key goes in and out and you hold it against the barrel there so it recognizes the key, and you shouldn't have too many dramas. Repeat the procedure if the door locks don't cycle when you turn the key off. And when they do cycle, just get on that key quick. Hold the lock and unlock button for 1.5 seconds. Hold the lock button for 2 seconds. If the locks cycle, you're good and you can go ahead and use the key like I'm doing now. And that is everything I know. Thank you very much for watching.